What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Colonation Media, bringing you yet another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle today. And today's opponent is Chip. And it looks like he's packing quite a serious team here with Rotom Wash, Politoed, Keldeo, Jolteon, Garchomp, and Genesect. And Genesect is one I haven't seen yet so far in this generation. I mean, I've watched battles with Genesect in it, I just haven't actually faced it myself. And having Talonflame on my team, I'm not too worried about it, but it actually proves to be quite a nuisance in this battle. So, as for what I have on my side, it's pretty much the exact same team. In fact, it is the exact same team as the last battle. And so I've got my Prankster Whimsicott, I've got Mega Scizor, Banded Talonflame, Specs Jolteon, Specially Defensive Milotic, and a Special Attacker Nasty Plot set in Mismagius. So, looking at this team, I feel like I should be okay in this battle. It looks like he's going to have a Mega Garchomp. None of his other Pokemon can Mega Evolve at all to begin with. So, that's basically what we have to look forward to here. And I'm going to go ahead and start the battle because, yeah, I pretty much said everything that I wanted to. So, let's actually get right into this. So, Chip is issuing a challenge, and he has a pretty cool hat and a sunflower shirt. Who doesn't like a good sunflower shirt? Honestly, though. Alright, so he's going to start off with his Genesect, which is, I guess, kind of predictable. I was expecting either that or Jolteon. So, he gets the download, which sucks. He gets his special attack raised because this is a physically defensive Whimsicott. So, yeah, my first move misses, which sucks, and I get killed because of it. So, yeah, that was a complete waste. Not the way I wanted to start this off, and Whimsicott's actually been really good in some of the other battles that I've had, but I don't know. I probably should have switched out, but that's okay. So now he's going to take Genesect out and bring in Rotom here, which is what I thought he was going to do, so that's why I went for a U-turn. I predicted that pretty nicely, just to get some damage off on it. It actually does quite a good chunk. I mean, I know Rotom does not have the best physical defense, and I'm banded, but still, it did a little bit more than I thought it was going to. So I'm able to go into my Mismagius here, which can pretty much take anything that this Rotom can throw at it. Just okay, I guess. So I'm going to go for the Nasty Plot and get my boost up. And I'm like, okay, I'm in a pretty good position here. But it has Shadow Ball, so I'm like, crap, not good. And yeah, it still doesn't kill me. He gets a crit. So I'm thinking this is like a bulkier set on the specially defensive side. And, yeah, that's why it didn't do that much damage. I don't have any investment in special defense, so, I don't know. I would have taken that nicely had it not gotten a crit. But I am able to finish off the Rotom here in one hit after the Nasty Plot. So that's that. Get rid of stupid Rotom Wash. Everybody's running Rotom Wash these days. Kids these days, and they're Rotom Washes, seriously. So he's going to bring out his shiny Jolteon. And actually, the Rotom was shiny, too. Pretty much everything on this team is shiny. Not hacked at all, no. No way. So he's going to go for Hidden Power. I'm assuming that's Hidden Power Ice. But that takes out my Mismagius because it had almost no health left. So I'm going to go into my own Jolteon. And I'm thinking we're both running Timid Max Speed. Neither of us is Scarfed. So, Speed Tie. This one, well, not this one, but my opponent has a Life Orb. And mine has Spec, so my Shadow Ball is going to do a little bit more damage, and it looks like it was a speed tie. He won the first one, and I won the second one, but that means that I get 2 back-to-back attacks, and I get to attack him twice, even though he only attacked me once. So that's pretty cool. I got kind of lucky there. Now he's going to bring in his Genesect again. This time he's going to get an attack boost because Jolteon has pretty bad defense. So I'm going to switch out here because, yeah, I don't want to have to take a U-turn with Jolteon. It would surely kill him. So, yeah, he's going to go for the U-turn, and Talonflame takes that pretty nicely. So that was a pretty good prediction on his part, and I guess he didn't even really have to predict that because had I stayed in with Jolteon anyway, it would have probably killed me with the attack boost. So that's that. Now he's going to bring in his shiny Politoed, and shiny Politoed actually looks pretty cool. I don't know. Okay, so he's going to get the Drizzle out. And I'm like, that kind of sucks. So I'll go for a U-turn again here. And I'll bring in my Milotic. And that's where this match gets pretty stally. So he's going to go for the Toxic. And this actually is going to go on for a while. And I'll admit that this part is kind of boring, but the ending's interesting. So it's well worth the wait. So he's going to go for the Toxic there. He gets me poisoned. And I'm like, that kind of really sucks because that completely cripples Milotic. Because this is a defensive set. So I went for the Dragon Tail there, and he went for the Protect. So this is going to be a very annoying set to deal with. He's just going to be protecting all the time. So I go for the Scald. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll get a burn, but no. It does kind of sort of okay damage, but still kind of bad at the same time, especially considering the fact that there's rain out. And I'm like, oh, if I don't get the burn soon, this is going to take forever, because pretty soon I'm going to have to start spamming recovers because of the toxic damage, and that's exactly what I do here. So I was down to about half, so I'm going to go for the recover there, get my HP back, and toxic is really starting to add up, so this is bad. The only good thing that I have going for me is that he doesn't have any moves to attack me with other than Scald. I actually was able to go for the toxic there and not have to use recover, but it misses. I'm like, oh my god, no luck for me right now. So, yeah, this thing doesn't have leftovers because somebody else was holding leftovers. I don't remember who I gave it to, but yeah, I'm going to go for the recover there. And yeah, so I was using a citrus berry instead of leftovers, which is not even close to the same thing, especially considering how long this went on. Leftovers would have helped a little bit, but that just wasn't in the cards. So it's still raining, and he's going to just go for the Protect. That's what he's been doing, just constantly spamming Protect. So I predicted he was going to do that this turn, so instead of trying to attack him, I'm like, I might as well go for a recover while he protects. That would make the most sense. Now the rain is going to finally stop, so I'm guessing, judging by the fact that he's not recovering any damage from, leftovers, or any HP rather, that he has a Damp Rock, because I feel like that rain just lasted a really long time. Politoed's actually been on the field for a while now, so yeah, so it's a Scald War. It would be a Toxic and Scald War, but my Toxic missed, so that sucks. He's going to go for a Protect here. I'm like, crap, not again. And I ended up just going for a Scald. I wasn't sure exactly what he was going to do, and at that point, I honestly had just given up on Milotic. I'm like, I'm not going to win this battle. I'd be lucky if I get any more damage at all off on this thing, so yeah, I just let Milotic die there. And that gets me a safe switch into Talonflame. And I was thinking he might actually try to switch Politoed out here, judging by the fact, that from his HP range, I could easily, kill him with Brave Bird, but I don't do that. I go for the U-turn, he goes for the Toxic. So now my Jolteon has the Toxic going on, and that is not cool. I mean, I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter as much because Jolteon's not a wall, but I'm going to switch out here. I'm like, he's probably going to go for the Protect. Let's be serious here for a second. He's going to go for the Protect, so I'm going to go into Scizor, and he does go for Protect. So it was a pretty decent prediction on my part. But yeah, now I'm going to go into my Scizor there and Mega Evolve. I love Mega Scizor. I've only used him a few times, but he's pretty badass, I have to say. Politoed does get the Scald off here, and I was really worried about that because I would have been just absolutely fucked if he burned me, but that did not happen. So I was able to go for the Swords Dance, and I actually carried Quick Attack on this thing, so it was, I think, just barely enough to take out the rest of Politoed's HP. So now he's going to go into Keldeo, and I'm like, crap, he better not have Hydro Pump or I'm in trouble. So I'm going to go for the Quick Attack, and that takes away more than half of his HP. I don't know if he has Hydro Pump or not, but he goes for the Sacred Sword. Maybe he thought I was going to switch and didn't want to, risk missing. That is a possibility. But, yeah, it doesn't really do as much as Hydro Pump would, and because of that, I survived and was able to take out the Keldeo in his second hit with Quick Attack, and now he's going to bring in his Garchomp. Shiny, of course. And I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch, and that's not enough to, take out Garchomp. I was at +2, but you can't just one-hit KO Garchomp, even at +2 with Bullet Punch. So, yeah, Garchomp survives, goes for the Earthquake. That's it for Mega Scizor, but having taken out Keldeo is a big deal, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go into my Jolteon now, and I actually do not have HP Ice on this thing, so I do have Shadow Ball, which is something, but because I was Specs and because Garchomp just really didn't have that much HP left, it was fine for the moment. So now he's going to bring in Genesect, and this thing has, you know, a good chance to just destroy the rest of my team and just be done with it. So, like, crap. So he's going to go for the flamethrower, and I'm banking on the fact that he might be scarfed here. And if that's the case, I'm going to win. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. You know, it takes away about half of his health, and the poison damage is going to finish me off. And I'm really happy that Flamethrower didn't kill me, so I was able to get a hit off before dying. Now I'm going to bring in Talonflame. If he is, you know, not scarfed, then he would be able to go for a Thunderbolt and kill me off, but he is scarfed, so he has to go first and, you know, go with the Flamethrower. It's not very effective on Talonflame, and I'm able to finish him off with a Flare Blitz. And, yeah, that ended up being a really close battle, but that's it. So, definitely a good match. It came down to the end. That whole stall war with Milotic and Politoed kind of sucked. I feel like that could have been a little bit different if I was able to get the Toxic off instead of missing at that point, but it ended up making the end of the battle a lot more interesting, so I'm kind of, in a way, happy that it happened. It wasn't happy in the moment. I was pissed, but yeah, good battle. Definitely a good battle. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Game on!